What's up, YouTube? Georgia Silver Hunter back, and in today's video we'll be hunting this $500 box of half dollars from our local Fifth Third. We've got some cruddy looking things, we've got some dingy looking half dollars I didn't see, but a couple of shiny ones, so hopefully we don't have too many 2021s and 2022s. If we get lucky, we'll find lots and lots of silver. So with that said, let's jump into it. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been here for a long time, thanks for coming back. And what we do on this channel is a lot of coin roll hunts. And today like I said in the opening, we are hunting half dollars. We are looking for 40 and 90% half dollars. That's the main thing we're looking for here. Your 40% silver is from 1965 to 1970, with 1970 being a special year. It was only released in mint sets. I've only ever found one of those in circulation. 1964 and earlier is your 90%, and that's really what we want. And it's really cool when we're able to find really old silver, like Benjamin Franklin's Walking Liberties and the occasional Barber, which we have found a couple of those on the channel. What I'm doing right now is really just edge hunting through these, looking for silver, because silver jumps out like a sore thumb. And I do go back and look through these for various mint errors and varieties, which I figured I would just do maybe 5 or 10 rolls here on camera, getting them open, and then I would go back and do that. So like here's a 2022 Denver, super nice, brand new half dollar. They're still making them, and they are still putting them into circulation. If you'd like to see a list of all the things that I typically hunt, I do have a document in the description down below. It covers all of the coinage that I hunt on this channel, whether it be pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, or half dollars. I have not done a list for Ike dollars or Susan B's or any of the new presidential dollars because I just don't look at them very much. So I haven't taken the time to build out my document to cover those. But so far, this is pretty uneventful. So I'm going to do 4 more rolls here on camera. Then I'll go off and I'll bring you in as we find things. One kind of interesting edge there. That's just a 77. 3 more rolls to go. There's a 2021 Philly. So one of the other things we look for in here is NIFCs, or you're not intended for circulations, and I get asked all the time if 2021 and 2022s are NIFCs, and according to Redbook, which is a great book, if you don't have one, you should get one. I've got a link in the description down below for the Amazon link for that book. Redbook does say that they are NIFCs, but they have been released heavily into circulation by the U.S. Mint. So most coin roll hunters don't collect them. They don't consider them NIFCs. And anyway, that's why you don't ever see us pull them. Anyway, there is 10 rolls, and I'm going to go back, go through these on, look through the ones for DDOs, DDRs, no FGs, those sorts of good things. And if we find one, I'll bring you in. Otherwise, I will bring you in the next time we find something. So we're making our way through the top half of this box. I've actually got the last 4 rolls out here, and I actually am kind of processing them backwards, looking for mint errors, and I came across this 1972. It's got a little bit of, we've got a scratch down here. It's not in bad shape, but I believe we have come across a 1972D, no FG. You can look down there just under the camera. You can see there is no FG down here in the crook of the leg, and I'll just grab another one to show you kind of what it's supposed to look like. If you're unfamiliar, there you go. You see that FG? That's on every Kennedy half dollar. Let's get this under the scope and just have a quick look together. Now, on a lot of these, you really need to take your time and kind of turn your coin so that if you do have a microscope, any light that you have does reflect, because a lot of times that FG is there, it's just really, really, really faint. But you can see no matter how I turn this in the light, we've got no FG at all. It is completely gone. And I know that the 72D did have kind of a weak strike and it was overly polished, so Finding this in really high grades is hard. We're going to go ahead and look over on PCGS and see what we see for this. I'm not going to guess that this is super high grade or anything, but it's not really in bad shape. Just come back down here, look at that FG, and we'll show you what the no FG looks like on PCGS.com and get an idea what this thing might be worth. Okay, well, I've already gone to PCGS. I've pulled up the price guide. I've gone into our Kennedy half dollars, and I found the 1972D no FG FS901 with the regular strike. If you're unfamiliar, as I showed you under the scope, you can see there is no hint of that FG. Here's what it normally looks like, so we know this is what we have. You can also see from the MS66 that they have on here that especially on the back, the tail is really, really weak, even through the shield. And we're going to look at mine under the scope again, or maybe under the camera, just to kind of get an idea compared to this one, how the grade may work out. But this one doesn't have quite the maybe environmental damage or post-mint mine had on the front. We had that little scratch. I don't know how much that would matter. But even if we said, you know what, this thing was like an XF, or I'm sorry, like a, what is that, a VG25, or maybe into it like a XF30 or 35, wherever those land. I forget where the lettering works out. I think it's XF35. That's a $150 coin if it's graded. I have no illusions that it would get up here into like the AU55 range or anything like that, but that would make this a $400 coin. So I'm going to get this back under the camera. If you guys think that we could grade this high, let me know in the comments down below. I'd really, really appreciate it, because I get asked all the time if I get sent pictures, and I get asked the question, should I send something in to be graded? And I always say, if the coin's only going to end up being like a $100 to $150 coin, it's really not worth it because it's so expensive to have it graded. But if you're looking at a coin that could be, an AU55 like this one, let's say it was an AU55 and graded could pull in $400. This is the kind of coin you want to send in and have graded. And believe me, if I knew this was going to be like like a Mint State 63 or something, making it a $1,500 coin, that is something I would send to get graded all day long. So let's jump back over to the camera just to have one final look at this thing. But I'll leave you here with sort of what the MS66 looks like on PCGS. So let's take a look at this one last time for a little bit of a close-up look. We do have a little scratch here. I think that would hurt us if we were to send it in to get graded. We've got a little mark there. You can see we've got kind of a really weak strike there on the stars. But it does look very much like the example that we have on PCGS. Obviously not an MS66. But I'm real curious if that scratch there would really detract from the grade. And on the front, we've got a little bit of dirt, but dirt doesn't really matter. We do have one little scratch there, but all in all, I do think this is, maybe a little bit nicer $50 than I originally thought when I pulled it out. So let me know your comments down below. Really, where do you think this would grade out? Do you think those scratches would really detract from the grade of this coin? Would I just get like a details grade only? But, if this could be a $400 or $500 coin, I'd send this in a minute. All right, well, that 72D no FG was pretty exciting, so I thought maybe we could go ahead and jump into maybe 10 rolls of the bottom rack together to see if it does any better from a silver perspective than the top half. But I'm excited about that 72D no FG. It has, a little bit of PMD on it. I'm just really excited to know if that would grade well or grade high, because even if you were to say, hey, it's an XF35 or an XF40 and could sell it raw, that would be a pretty good deal. There's a 2009. We did find our first NIFC of the box. There's a 2009 Philly. So already looking better than the top half from a fines perspective. Let's see here. So this would be roll, what did this, 26, 7, 28. I will say these 21s and 22s just jump right out. You can't miss that in a roll. I know when they first came out, a lot of people thought they were going to be silver because you could see it through the paper. Ooh, we got some silver. Look at that. Awesome. And that looks like 90% too. There is no line at all in that. I got distracted by that shiny line talking about 21s and 22s. And some silver popped out. Let's check this out. That's just a bicentennial. No one cares about that. Let's see here together. Looks like we got a Kennedy. Do we have a mint mark on the back? We don't. So it could still just be a 40%. No, it's a 1964. 1964 90%er. Just checking it for the DDO. And I do have some kind of weird. Well, maybe that's just shadows. I'll bring the camera down and show you this in just a second. We've got like almost some weird raised, like the R is almost a little doubled, but it doesn't look like traditional DDO type doubling. So let's get through the next 6 rolls, and then I will get the camera down and we'll have a look at this one little R on the word trust and the 1964. Oh, wow. Look at that. We got another silver, I think. Right there. That's got to be a silver, no? It has a little bit of a copper line. It looks really shiny, too. What in the world is that? That's just a really, really nice 1966. Look at that thing. That is like blast white. If you look at the edge there, you can see where I was talking about. You see a little bit of a copper line. That is gorgeous. I'm going to just put all 2 of them over on the scope. So that was roll 30. Let's do 5 more and see where we go from here. Maybe this box really is heating up. Look at that. In 5 rolls, we found an NIFC, a 40%, and a 90%. See, you start getting shiny stuff in there, you start getting excited, but that's just going to be a 2021 Philly. Let's see here. 3 more rolls, and then I will go off camera. Well, actually, we're going to get the camera down and look at that 64 under the scope is what we're going to do. So nothing in there. 2 more rolls. Makes me want to open these rolls a little slower. Stretch out the excitement. All right. This is roll 35. And I just see a 2021 or 2022. 2021 Philly in there. Okay, let me get the camera down and let's look at this 1964 under the scope so I can show you that kind of weird doubling. It might just be a scratch. I think it's just going to end up being a scratch though. So here you have my 64 under the scope. You can see right here, that R just looks a little bit funny right there. That's what made me kind of give this a second look. I'm not seeing really any other kind of doubling in here. At least I don't think. No, I really don't. I mean, I saw that little crack and thought maybe that might be a little doubling in the U, but I don't think so. I know on the 64, the other place you could find it is in the word we, and I'm not seeing it there either. So I think that might just be a well-placed scratch. Let me know in the comments down below if you disagree. Let's check that 66 real quick under the scope. Let me back out here, a little too close. Nope, that's just a really nice trust there. Really nice we. I don't think it has any doubling on in God. So there we go. Really beautiful 66 though. All right, well, in cleaning up those rolls, we did find a couple of more NIFCs. I don't remember the order. I think it was a 2003 Philly that we found and a 2010 Denver that came out of those last couple of rolls. But we're going to do, what is this, roll 36 through maybe 45. If I'm doing my math right. See if we can find a little bit more silver down here in the bottom half of this box. Always gives you hope once you find one, you know. It's like, it's tough to find that first one, and then you just hope you have a little dump or Somebody dropped off 4 or 5 or 6 of them in a roll somewhere, and they hit the Fed and all got in your rolls. So here we go. Oh, I got excited about that for just a second, but that's not silver. Got a little shiny guy in here. What do we have? 95, nothing special. Something with almost no rim in here. Let's check that out. That's like the worst worn 2000 I've ever seen. Like no ridges left on the rim. Nothing there. All right, roll 41. We'll do these next 5 on camera. Then I will bring in for the last 5 only because we found some silver. And I don't want to miss any. That's likely going to be a proof right there here in roll 45. That's a guess. I could be wrong. But we've got that big orangey thick edge. That's got to be a proof, right? Maybe not. 1986 Philly. Looks like probably a mint set coin just based on that edge. That is a big old thick coppery edge. I am shocked that that is not a proof. And a 1944 and a 1971. Absolutely shocked that wasn't a proof. That's why we got to look in the rolls. We can't just edge hunt. We got to look at the coins. So that's going to be a 71 and probably another 21. I was right. Okay. 3 rolls left and then I'll clean up this mess. Oh, we've got some silver hiding right there. That's got to be silver, I think, right? I've been fooled by these in the past. We call those fakers when they end up being like a dirty 71 or a 74, but I'm almost positive. Now that I have it out of the wrap, you can see that really well. There on the edge, we've got a 1967 40%er. Very, very cool. That'll go nicely with our 69, or I'm sorry, our 66 that we had earlier. Not as pretty as that 66. That 66 was special. All right, 2 more rolls. Now we've got some gold. Look at that right there. We had gold in our last hunt. It was gold-plated silver. I have never gotten a gold-plated 1964 before. I've gotten plenty of gold-plated in the past. Other stuff, but never a gold-plated Kennedy. This is actually a silver. 1968 Denver. I thought that was going to just be like a 2021 or a 2022. Look at that edge. Gorgeous. 1968. That is 340s on the box, and we still have a gold one to check. Oh, it's an Obama gold. We can't even see the year. Oh. Somebody stickered the front. So oh, I guess it says 2008. Let me see if I can see the year through the paper. I cannot. It's definitely clad, though. I was hoping it was going to be another one of those 64 golds, but when you drop it, it definitely rings like it is clad. But it'll be another find for the board. See what else we got in here. This is pretty cool. This box has turned out to be fantastic. All right, last roll that we'll do on camera right here. And then, like I said, I'll bring you in for the last 5. Any silver? No. All right, well, we'll see you in just a second. I'm going to take the time to go through these and hopefully maybe find a few more NIFCs and some varieties. All right, we are on our last 5 rolls, and I'm going to go ahead and just put them out here so we can see them all. And I'm slowly filling my box back up with my re-wraps there. Hopefully you guys can see those maybe a little off camera. There we go. All right, 5 rolls left. Let's hope for a little more silver to add to the score. All right, I'm seeing some 2021s. maybe 2022s, 2021, 1979, 2021, 99. I guess I should also mention, while I was cleaning things up, I found a really chewed up, dented 2002 Denver. That'll definitely be going back, but it's an NIFC. All right, let's see here. Oh, we got some silver. We got more silver, and that looks like a big old fat 90% edge. Look at that. Let me get this out of the wrap. So if you are new to coin roll hunting and want to know what a 90% piece of silver looks like, that's what it looks like right there in the wrap, in the roll. No mint mark on the back, but I will guarantee you that is a 1964. Oh my God, really? It is a 1966. Oh, can you believe that? Look at that edge. Holy Moses. All right, well, that's just a 40% piece of silver. Just checking it for a DDO real quick. I can't believe that. That is unreal. Anyway, I mean, that's two really, really nice 1966s that we've had. But even this one, you can see we've got a little bit of a coppery edge. This one, we've got none. So, really, really crazy. But hey, man, I'll take it. It's 40% silver. So while making the video, I did check this for a DDO and just did it really quickly because I was so excited to find it and a little bit almost embarrassed that I missed this edge. I mean, just look at that thing. That this ended up being a 40% half dollar. But after the video, I did put it underneath the scope and gave it a little bit closer look. And I think we have a 1966 DDO right here. And I'm going to put it under the scope and show you guys what I see. Now I have to put it in upside down. For some reason it's a lot easier to see when the coin is in upside down. So let me get it under here and get it settled. But you will see, and it's not on that side. Well, like there on the G, you can see I've got a double serif on the G. I've got some double serif on the O. Not double serif, but doubling there on the O. Let's get over here to the we. I mean, part of me wants to say that this is just machine doubling, but you can clearly see like another E under here. I've got a double serif on this W. I've got a whole W underneath here. I mean, maybe this is machine doubling, but I tend to believe that this is an actual DDO. Even here on the R, you can see an R right here on the inside. You see the double leg. I think even on the U. Now, under just the regular camera, this U has much better, you can actually see kind of double serifs on the U. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find that in the right angle here with the light, but I think this might, no, there's a little bit of a doubling on the U. This might very well be the 1966 DDO. So anyway, I did want to put this in here because you don't find a lot of silver DDOs. There we go. Now you can see the double serifs here and here, and you can see the other one hiding in there. So I think this is the 1966 DDO. If you agree with me, let me know in the comments down below. If you disagree, let me know that as well, because this is pretty cool. This will no longer go in a tube. This will get flipped up and put in my little red box of really cool stuff I have found coin roll hunting. All right, here we go. 3 from the end, so that's roll 48. Not seeing any silver there. Here's roll 49. Oh, I think we're going to have more silver. Right here, almost dead center. I'm not even going to call this one. I'm a little embarrassed after the last one. Honestly, I don't think there's a coin roll hunter on YouTube that would have thought that was a 40% piece of silver. All right, here we go. What do we have? This time we have a mint mark on the back. You can see it right here next to the little wheat stem there. I think that's a piece of wheat. This has to be a 64D because all of the other Kennedys, the mint mark is on the front. So that is our second 90 on the box. This one has seen better days. Just checking it for the DDO here under the scope. No DDO. Let's check for the repunched mint mark. Don't have one of those either, but we will take it all day. Another 90% silver. All right, our last roll before we clean up our mess. All right, not seeing silver here. That looks like a bunch of clad, but we will go through all this and maybe find a little bit of a mint error, and then we will just get to the end of the video. So this is pretty cool. Super excited about the finds in this box. All right, well, we went through those last 5 rolls. Didn't find anything else to add to the collection there, anything to add to our finds list. So we're going to wrap it up here. You can see we're missing just 1 roll to rewrap because we had so many finds. I might have to return this $10 light. So this video was a ton of fun. I hope you paid attention throughout. I'm not going to do a traditional wrap-up in this video. I can tell you, though, if you skipped to the end and you were hoping to see the wrap-up, we had a lot of goodies in there. I suggest you go back to the beginning and maybe watch it, because we had some stuff that might be worth $125 or more in this hunt, along with a good bit of silver. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, run on down below this video. Click that like button and leave me a comment if you're new to the channel and you like coin roll hunts, you like what we did here on this particular video. Click that subscribe button and then click that little bell and select all so you get notified each and every time I do release a new video. I will have some linked videos at the end of this hunt with my 2023 $half hunt. So if you want to go back to the beginning of 2023 and catch them all, make sure you do that. Special shout out for all my channel members. Really appreciate you guys. Every member gets my videos at least a couple hours early, sometimes up to a day early, because I release them to my members first. So if you want to see them first, go click that membership button. So with that said, you guys take care. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.